Hello students, welcome in virtual classroom. Today we are learning section 3, chapter number 3.5, drafting a virtual message. Actually, communication is an integral part of human nature. Exchange of ideas, thoughts and information from one person to another is communication. As the most intelligent animal on the planet, humans have derived different communication processes to express themselves and understand each other. Before the advent of oral communication, nonverbal methods were used, such as gestures, facial expressions, and movements. On broader terms, communication can be in various forms such as oral, written, and virtual. Now, in these days, virtual communication got a tremendous importance because in these days, because of corona pandemic, we all are doing online lectures. So, this is the method or mode of communication which is playing a vital role in the field of communication or for communication. So, we are going to study this whole chapter in detail, but before studying it, let's try to solve the icebreakers activities which are there given on page number 159. First activity question: given below is a two-way communication cycle or the process of communication. Can you guess the role of the sender and the receiver in this process? What do we encode? What do we decode? So, here, students, you are clearly able to see the diagram which is given on your screen where the central image is given as message. Then here we have sender, receiver. Then we have words like feedback, encoding, decoding, etc. Let's try to understand this in detail. Actually, what is encoding and decoding? Encoding means the creation of a messages which you want to communicate with other person. On the other hand, decoding means listener or audience of encoded message. So, decoding means interpreting the meaning of the message. You will interpret and understand the message, what just been said. All communication begins with the sender. The first step the sender is faced with involves the encoding process. In order to convey meaning, the sender must begin encoding, which means translating information into a message in the form of symbols that represent ideas or concept. So, first of all, let's try to understand the role of sender in the communication process. The person who initiates or delivers a message in the communication process is called the sender or communicator. The sender might be a speaker, a writer, or someone who merely gestures. Role of receiver. In the communication process, the receiver is the listener, reader, or observer, that is, the individual or the group of individuals to whom a message is directed. The receiver is also called the audience or decoder. What do we encode? Encoding is the process of translating mental images into understandable symbols that can be shared with receivers. We encode means we change the information into symbols, language, or gestures. What do we decode? Decode means to interpret the sender's message. both verbal and non-verbal, as quickly as possible. The process of interpreting the message is known as decoding. We decode means understand the message. People send messages to others for different purposes. Mention at least 5 purposes or reasons for which messages are generally sent. So, what are the purposes for which messages are generally sent? First, to give information. Second, to express feelings. Third, to persuade the mind of a person or to give instruction or to educate or guide or to give or to take help, and messages are sent to influence others or to inspire others or to give suggestions to various persons, or messages are sent to express manners or etiquettes. Next, icebreaker activity. Given below is a tree diagram explaining two major types of messages. Complete the blank boxes in the diagram. One is done for you. Here we have provided a diagram on the page. Here we have given main concept as messages, and messages are divided into two types. First one, informal, and second, formal. So, for which persons or to whom we write down informal or formal messages? Here we have given one example of informal as parents, and for formal messages we have given example of principal. Let's try to solve the upcoming answers. So messages are basically of two types, informal and formal. We normally send informal messages to parents, friends, classmates, relatives, and to neighbors. Formal messages are written for principal, teacher, colleague, government officials, or senior dignitaries. So, today in this virtual lecture, we discussed icebreakers activities. In the next video, we are going to learn the detailed information of the chapter drafting a virtual message, in which we are going to study examples based on it and the detailed information of virtual communication. Till then, do take good care of yourself. Thank you.